Hi there. My name is Sarah Wendy, and I would like to welcome you to my podcast. I'm an energy healer, mentor, and coach, helping people create more authenticity and intimacy in their lives so as to reach lasting well being and build meaningful, aligned relationships. I will be connecting with people of similar interests in the show and hope you will find lots of value in it. Thanks for listening. Bas and Priska work as a couple doing relationship coaching from the Netherlands. They share the incredible story of how they met online and the challenges they had to face since Bas was still in a relationship when they first connected. Now they have healed these wounds, put them behind, and work together as a team in helping people find their soulmate and live beautiful relationships. Hi, Bas and Priska. Thank you for being with me today.
Hi,
Thank you
thanks so
for
much for
having us.
having us.
Yes.
Yes, it's an honor.
So you guys are calling in from Amsterdam, right?
Yeah, it's in the neighborhood of Amsterdam. It's like 30 kilometers up north.
Right. I keep saying Amsterdam. It's just the biggest landmark
Yeah.
I can think of. But Priska,
Okay.
you're originally from Switzerland, right?
True, right. Yes, for me, I'm quite far away from home.
Not as
From
far
Ireland.
as I am. I'm in the Philippines and my daughter's in Europe. So Switzerland is also my home because I lived there for a while, like I shared with you guys before, right?
Crazy,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
crazy.
so I've been following both of you online, and I really, really resonate with your beautiful shares. And I would love to hear about your story, how you came to be relationship coaches, and also how you met. So, would you like to share that with us?
Yes, of course. We'd love to. Um, shall I start or
Start,
okay?
maybe.
Um, well, it is quite a strange, strange. Yeah, it's kind of strange story how we met. Because when we met, we were both in different countries. Prisco was still living in Switzerland, and I was living in Holland. I was married at that time, and we were meeting each other. There was like this global Facebook group where all kinds of people who were interested in meditation, in rooted spirituality, came together in this group, and that's actually where we met online. And we just shared stuff, and at one point,
Totally not romantic,
no,
zero.
What
totally
is
not.
the Facebook group? So maybe I'll meet someone there. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it doesn't exist
No, it
anymore.
doesn't.
Oh
No,
no!
I'm so
What did
sorry.
you do to it?
Yeah, we ruined it. No, but it's really this 2015 when this dude
Okay.
like made a Facebook group, and like all these people came, and was this magic for one summer, and so kind of it just broke
After the
apart
summer, it was
later.
You're
just
Yeah.
gone.
kidding. It was like an
Yeah,
ephemeral, maybe it was a figment of your imagination.
yeah, it almost feels
It's
like that.
true,
That's
but we're
true.
not the only couple who's rooted in there. There were many more.
No. Oh my goodness.
They also moved from the Netherlands to Canada, where she's married now, like to her
You're
husband, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kidding.
so like it's really this crazy group, but it was really not about dating or about, I didn't even think about that. And Bob is not, like, he's not even my type. He's 11 years older. He's like not, I'm going for the more darker kind of guys, more south-ish. He's more like,
Italian,
Oh no.
Italian guy.
yeah, exactly. All my other interests I've had in the past were more like, I don't know, like Juan and Jose. It's not really, but like those
Hilarious,
types.
Yeah.
hilarious.
Like he's
Sorry, so
like,
I interrupted you. Go
so
No,
continue,
good,
it's
please.
so
okay. It's
good,
okay.
so
No,
good.
but it's good that Priska said it, like put the emphasis on it again, because it really was not about looking, because I was married and
Right.
I was not unhappy in my marriage. It's not that it was like the most thriving marriage that you can imagine, but I was not unhappy in this marriage, so I really was not looking for something else. And then we met, and one of the people in the group suggested that on Sunday evenings at a time we would do a global meditation, so
Yeah.
everybody who would feel okay, this is something for me, would join, and then we would try to raise the vibration of the earth and everything.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and then the first time, because I was in this meditation group and Priska obviously too, and the first time when this happened, it was so strange because the moment I went into the meditation state, Priska all of a sudden was in my room. She was in my space, and not well. Of course, it was like that, but it felt so incredibly real. I really had the feeling that I could feel her and touch her and even smell her, and this was
Okay,
so
I just want
strange.
to I want to backtrack a little bit because this might sound unusual for people. For me, it's not unusual, but so what is your background, Bas? Are you healers? Do you have a background in, do you work with plant medicine? Like how does that happen? Because that might sound unusual to a lot of people.
Yeah,
It was
it
unusual
was
also for
very,
us.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, it was unusual. It's also unusual.
Um,
Creepy.
my background is I have been for 20 years, I have been a teacher for special needs children.
Hmm.
And I also have done a shamanic education. So I was
Ah,
always with with uh, with with nature and with
yes,
trance journeys,
yes.
meditations, healings.
Okay.
Also, since I'm a kid, I am able to see people who already have passed over.
Okay, so
Um,
that's what I'm saying. You do have a connection
yeah,
to other
Mm.
consciousness. Let's put it that way.
Like I also do have shamanic
Right.
background, and like I can communicate with angels. This is happened
So
after my
both
rape,
of you. Okay, okay.
but it was already normal. But this like was just like never happened to me ever before with a
So
human
how
being.
is this different from the communication with the angels, with the communication with spirit? Like how is it different?
for me, it was so incredibly different because first of all, when I go into communication with spirit animals or
Yeah.
guides,
Yeah.
then it's something that I want. I want to make that connection in that moment. So
Right.
it's
It's intention,
very
right?
it's intention. And with her, there was no intention at all. And plus that she's a real being, an alive
Yes.
human being in this earthy
Yes.
realm that we were
Yes.
in. So this was for me and the biggest difference, and this was also what scared the shit out of me,
Yeah.
to be very honest, because it felt so real and I felt so much connection to this
Yeah.
woman that I felt, okay, I can walk away from it, but
Yeah.
if I decide now to walk away from it for whatever reason, then I will always feel this incompleteness within. And
Yeah.
I know it sounds a bit tacky, but this was really what I felt in that very moment. Um, so I didn't
Yeah.
say after the first meditation, I didn't tell Priska anything about it. And then the Sunday, the second time we did it, exactly the same thing happened.
So you mean she would just appear, but not, there's no special message. She didn't like call out to you. Okay.
No,
She
she
was
was
just
just
there,
sitting
present,
and
doing the
staring,
meditation.
yeah, and staring me in the eyes
Okay.
and smiling at me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and yeah, and then after the second time, I thought, well, I think I have to share it
Yeah,
with her.
for
So
sure.
we did it via text messaging. I just told her what happened, and then
Yeah, and then I almost shit my pants because the same thing happened to me too. Like he was also in my space. I could see like
Um,
I just could see him, feel him, and it was the scariest thing ever because like the thing is this people like men who are taken, like this is not even a discussion for me,
right,
like even married that or even just when they have a girlfriend or
right,
boyfriend
right, right.
whatever, they're just taken, right? So this love was so real and so deep, and I was just like, so it was the most beautiful and the most scariest thing that has ever happened to me, and I just didn't want to know him about that. I was like, after the first meditation, I was like, okay, good night guys. I'm off. And I just cried myself to sleep because I thought like, what the heck is happening, what's that? And then when he shared that the same happened to him, I thought, oh damn it, then I knew it was something important, probably,
Wow.
like it happened on both sides. And I was just scared to death because I was the word, like the biggest nightmare of myself could be like breaking a family, because he also has two kids, breaking a
Yes.
family with like, I was just so scared.
Right.
And then in the following days, I had so many nervous breakdowns, like also my whole energy field. I really felt like so much changed in me, like, oh my God, I could not grow fast enough somehow. And yeah, and then he wanted to meet. Like his back then wife knew.
Yep.
He told her. She knew. I was also in contact with her because she was also in that group, in this Facebook group. So we were from the beginning also in contact.
Yeah, this was very important to me because I'm not like, I know so many guys who go into affairs with women and do it secretly, and I cannot do that. I never can keep secrets. So for me, it was very important that I was open and honest about everything that happened with my now ex-wife.
And so your ex-wife is familiar with this type of work as well, which, I mean, okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so from the time you guys connected during the meditation, and at the time, I guess it was, you know, platonic and so on, and it quickly became a romantic emotional involvement. Is that what happened?
Yeah, well, emotionally already, because we were texting more and more, and like we also shared things about our childhood and how we had been brought up and things that we went through. And at one point I really felt, and it was so difficult because I thought, yeah, should I do it? Because who knows what happened, and I'm not sure what the results will be. But I really felt this urge to meet her because I have read about twin flames. I have read about soulmates.
Right.
And I also read that this not necessarily has to be something romantical.
Right.
People who are twin flames can also be just the best friends or whatever. So I really felt I need to examine this, because otherwise I will always have this
wonder what.
So I told I told everything to my then ex-wife, and she at one point said, maybe it would be a good idea that you go to Switzerland and find out what this exactly is.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was not himself anymore. Obviously, he was just like all over the place, and
and then I decided to go to Switzerland.
Which I didn't agree upon first. I was like, no, you stay where you are. You don't come even close to me. You know, I was blocking it so badly because I was just so afraid, because like there were two options for me. One option would be he comes here because I already felt the love. It was already there. He comes here, he figures out it's not real for him. He goes, I stay here with, like broken heart.
Yes.
Or he comes here, it's real, and he has to go back and leave his wife. So like both options were just like
heartbreaking either way.
There was no good solution in this, period. But at one point I also realized, I was working already with women, like finding your inner hero, like really going for your dreams and your truth, standing for your truth. And I just knew, if I'm going to deny this, I can say no to that, but it's not my truth. I would just say no because of social standards, because I don't want to hurt other people. But it's not my truth, because I want to meet that dude. I want to meet him and feel what this is, right? So at one point I just agreed that he could come. And like everything just fell, like it's just aligned. Like my neighbor was away, like actually he could like live with my neighbor in my neighbor's place. Everything was just like falling in place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Then I came to Switzerland, and Priska came to collect me at the airport. And then like
the rest is history.
The rest is history. And it's also kind of funny because Switzerland, the airport in Switzerland is connected to 3 different countries: Germany, France and Switzerland. And I was waiting at the Swiss
border.
And I was thinking, where's this woman? And I texted her, and then she said, oh shit, I'm at the French one. I was running through the airport, and I was standing there, and all of a sudden I see this brown-haired woman with a bag over her shoulder, looking wildly around, running past me. And I had to laugh so hard. And then she turned around, and without even looking at me, she threw herself in my arms.
Wow.
Hoping that I was the right guy.
Not even checking.
And then it was immediately clear, because the moment I touched, I also saw visions of past lives. And
amazing.
Great. It was like really this was the most beautiful and the most scariest time in my life. Like
I understand.
And devastating, because as I also was in contact with his ex-wife, I mean, I had all the pain. I felt, it was so hard.
So before we go on to, I'd love to hear about what you're doing in terms of work at the moment, but I just want to say that when we're teachers, when we're healers, it makes us so accountable. Like we have to really walk our talk.
Mm.
We
Oh man,
can't
yes.
tell our clients to be in their power and their truth, and then and then be, like do something else. So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that. Like I want to say I've had a similar experience where when I wasn't aligned with my own relationship, I was like, wait a minute, I'm telling my clients, my students, that they have to establish loving boundaries for themselves, what's okay and what's not okay, and to want more and not to settle. And then I have to do that first, right? Like we're the first primary examples for the people we work with. So wow, thank you for sharing that amazing story. Now yeah, so please tell us about what you're doing now. The like I said, the posts you write are very, very, just very strong in terms of the messaging. And can you share a little bit about that?
Thank you first and
Mm,
foremost. Do you want to start?
I can, of course. Thank you very much. Yes. So, like, I have been a coach obviously before already, and I also had my own business when I then came to the Netherlands half a year after that meeting. Not we didn't like live together immediately, of course, but I wanted to build up my own life here, so I came here already without speaking a word Dutch. I've never been to Holland before, never.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy. But anyhow, it's like I then started my online business because obviously I couldn't speak Dutch, so I had to keep my German
Yeah.
speaking clients. And I started this online business. And then, and Bas also already was a coach before. He
Yeah.
just like really, he worked in the school with it, but not really as a, like self-employed coach or something. But so he was kind of like seeing what I did, and he just loved that and thought, I would love doing this. And I always had this vision to actually work together with my future partner and to like
Yeah.
really that difference in the world that we want to see, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of so organically like just happened that we just started this business together because we had the tools, we had the knowledge. There's no education we needed to do. I already
Yeah.
had an online business, so I had that stuff together.
Yeah.
So that's how we started. And of course, like we're just super, like we also felt like we are together not just for our own reason, but there's a bigger reason why we came together, because our story inspired so many people all around the
Yeah.
world. And also, of course, not only in a good way, because if you know how I've been bashed on the internet, oh my God,
No, can you tell me about that? Because I'm not aware. I mean,
yeah,
if it's okay for you to share, like.
of course. Yeah, no, I shared because I was on this inner Shiro journey, and I just shared. I had a YouTube channel, and I was regularly sharing videos. So I, at one point, also shared why I was actually leaving my country to move to the Netherlands, and I shared the whole story, and people were just they went crazy. There's
Oh,
one.
with the judgment.
Yeah, like I'm a whore, I'm a
Yeah.
homewrecker. They wanted to kill me. They wanted me to
So how did
like
you manage that?
by feeling it all, I
Yeah.
guess. I just like it was hard because I I resonated with what they said, because I myself had this judgment about myself.
Self-judgment. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely, 100%. Because I always saw people having affairs. I thought like I was so judgy about this
Yeah.
affairs and like people to even if we didn't have an affair because there was no secrecy around it, but still, it looked from the outside like I took
Yeah.
a married man away, right?
Yes.
And so it was like just sticking to my truth because I knew that I came from a pure heart. There was no calculation. I even was the one saying, "Are you really sure?" Also when he went back after the first time we met in Switzerland to make his decision, I said, really just make the decision from your heart. He did not even know what I would do. If I would choose him, if I would come to the Netherlands, he had no idea when he left his wife, but she did immediately after he came back from the first meeting. So I knew that there was no calculation. There was no like seduction. Like I didn't want that. I didn't want to hurt that woman. I didn't want to hurt that family in no way. So I just had to always go back to my truth, to my knowing, and to just see that people were acting from their own hurt place, and of course probably they have been left by their husbands or so
In
yeah.
terms of practically, did you block people? Did you reply to them? Were you engaging with them? How did you manage that, like over social media?
To be honest, like on YouTube, I almost never, because I was like this, you know, I stay to what's posted. I'm not deleting, I'm not censoring. I'm just being
Oh, so
there.
you didn't delete any
I didn't delete.
comments?
No, I was
Interesting.
like I have this very strong, you know, no, I'm not going to delete, block
Okay.
anyone. Just
Okay.
do your thing. And I think through that also other people could find me and recognize me. And sometimes in the beginning, you know, I was explaining, and
So you
sometimes
were replying to them? Were
I
you
was replying.
you
I
were
was even having
replying?
some great conversations with women who said, "Oh my God, you're replying! Oh my God, you're human!" You know, like kind of this reaction.
So yeah, because it's unusual. I would say typically people would just block or, you know, yeah.
And I would do that now too. If somebody really is rude now on Facebook, for example, I block them because I don't want to have.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like,
Yeah. But back then I was really, and I also still now there, most of the comments are still there under this specific video. I was thinking, should I take the video down?
Yeah.
But I said, no, because
it's your history. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's your process.
Yeah, exactly. And the real people, or the people who want to hear, really hear, they will understand. And the people who just have to judge because they just see woman, married man, blah, they don't even listen, you know, they don't even, it's just like bad, and God is coming to punish me, and they don't even try to understand where I was coming from.
And I think this video is also really a source for lots of information, because I also I think a little bit after her video, I also did a video about what happened. And well, it's actually not funny, it's horrendous. The thing that happened is, because I think because I'm a man, the comments that I got was, wow, you're going for your truth. Wow, you're so brave.
I was going to ask you how different was your experience? That's crazy, right?
Also a couple of bad remarks, but most.
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
Oh my God.
Like Jesus, and you know, time of Jesus, when the woman got stoned, when a guy, like when the wife got raped even by another guy, she got, you know, like it was just crazy. It was crazy. People were never even.
And this is still in our DNA. And the thing also with Priska, the most people who really were very rude to her were women.
Actually, this is what this is so this is really a good seek into the work that you do, right? Which is about masculine and feminine, and I think also inner masculine and feminine, right? And I was just I snuck it into one of my posts that the feminine is as responsible for toxic patriarchy as is the masculine. And I think that's something I'm just realizing like recently. So can you guys talk a little bit how is that part of your work that you do with your clients?
We definitely work. It's not like the biggest chunk of our work, but we definitely work with that too, because lots of clients that come to us really have a disbalance in their inner masculine and their inner feminine. And we also work with women who, not anymore, but we started to work with women who were quite successful, who had their own businesses, and they were mostly incredibly much in their masculine energy, and they didn't allow their feminine energy to just be, to just surrender, to lay back and receive. And this is such how do you say that? It really takes the juice away from potential relationships, but also for your own life energy, because like the balance between these two, create your life energy, create your life force. And if it's kind of off, then you immediately will feel it in your chakras or in certain centers.
And in your body.
Physically, 100%.
So can you tell me a little bit more about what exactly you're bringing to your clients? Who are the people who come in? Are they couples that you work with mostly? Are they single people or?
Mostly now they are. Well, we started out with single women, but we also have women who are in relationship now that we work with. We would love to work with couples and with men as well, but we also feel that this, for some reason, is not the time, because what we put out now doesn't attract men or men in relationships.
But Bas, your posts are, a lot of them are geared towards men, right?
Yeah, that's true, and because these posts that I put out lately, also I get lots of reactions from guys, and I now also hear from these guys, what kind of work do you do?
Yeah.
And
Okay, so they're just getting started and dipping their
Yeah.
toes and yeah.
Yeah, but up to now it was mostly actually women and
Okay.
single women who really had, looked back on these patterns of bad, quote unquote bad relationships where they just kept repeating these painful patterns.
Yes,
and
the patterns, yeah.
happening, and I would love to have this beautiful soul igniting love relationship and really, kind of claiming my power within my romantic life. And these are the women we're working with most right now. And it's the funny thing is we cannot guarantee anyone that there will be a partner right after working with us. But the crazy thing is we really have 70 to 80% is the rate that women really end up in a beautiful relationship after that, because it's just such a powerful energy shift alone when a woman says, I'm investing into my love life, because so many people are so embarrassed and say, yeah, love should come for free, I don't have to, everybody has that, but the thing is this, most people, like, I really feel like relationships are changing nowadays. They were serving another purpose. And now people are waking up and they want something else. They don't want just, I'm helping you, you're helping me, and we're keeping each other safe. It's like kind of, okay, I want to grow with somebody and I want to go into this depth. And when we want this kind of relationship, we need to look at our own stuff first, and we need to, like, be prepared in some way, and also have, open that up to energetically. Otherwise, we cannot even attract this kind of relationship. We will keep ending up like feeling dissatisfied or unhappy or whatever.
So in the end, of course, our work hangs under the umbrella of relationships, but in the end, what we actually do is really cleaning out the cellar, getting rid of all the junk that keeps you in a certain state of being, and really finding out what your personal relationship blueprint is, because we take so much over from our parents, from our peers, from movies that we watch, from books that we read. And it's really about finding, okay, what is my personal blueprint actually? And maybe it's totally different from what you see around you. And the last step mostly is that we really teach women to really embody this. And when you are able to embody this and really get aligned, then you become the biggest magnet for everything that you desire in your life, actually.
Absolutely. Not just relationships, right?
True.
No.
Yeah,
it's like it's all connected, like it's like when you like work on one gear, the whole system starts moving, and then you just really become a whole different person. Or no, you come not a whole different person, you become more who you actually are. This is actually the truth.
True.
It's really interesting now, even when I've talked to other business coaches, and when you improve your money blueprint, your relationships also improve. So it's really, everything is connected for sure. But I'd love to hear, can you tell me, Bas, a little bit more about that relationship blueprint?
Yeah, well, it's actually like what we also said, we are also healers, and I think you know that too, that lots of stories, ancestral stories, are stored in our DNA. Plus the fact that we have been brought up in a certain way, plus the books that we read and the movies that we watch and the friends that we hang out with, gives us so much information about how we should be in this nowadays society. You really have to be a very badass trailblazer to step out of these conditions and really say, no, this is what I'm going to do, and I don't give a fuck what other people think or say. This is almost impossible. So you really store so much information within that doesn't serve you, that is not you. And it's really about breaking all these things away that you can actually go to the core, and also through meditations, through activations, really create, make that all the authentic codes that you have within, that they come to the surface again. And when you have this information, you can really actually choose who you want to be. Because it's a conscious choice. I want to be this kind of woman, and I don't need that anymore, and that, and I want to push that thing through the loop, and I'm going to do more of that, and I want to amplify that. And if I can wrap myself in all these new information, then you can step out like the goddess that you are actually.
And the person can see you, right? Because so often we walk around with masks and like,
Yes.
or some, you know, you have some kind of a sticker on your forehead which says kind, nice, funny, or whatever. You're a wild
Abuse
woman.
me.
Exactly, exactly. And we're not aware, and we're just
Yeah.
not aware. And we keep attracting people who read these
Yeah.
post-its on your
Like
forehead.
mother.
Yes. Who needs
Yeah.
a mother?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, so that's all about really ripping
Yeah.
off the mask so people can truly see
Yeah.
who you are, and you especially know who you are, so that you can also see if
Yes.
it's really a fit or not.
And it's
Exactly.
scary because
It is.
when
It is.
you have been masking around and you all of a
Mess.
sudden meet people who really want to see the real you, who really want to see the authentic
Terrifying.
naked version of you.
Yeah.
It's really scary. Yeah.
Terrifying. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing about that. So do you guys work mostly on one-on-one, or do you have group courses? Can you tell us a little bit about how to reach you, what your offer is?
Mhm.
So we do have private coachings.
Yeah.
We also always make it like, you know, like a bundle, and where people also get supported during, in between the calls, because we figured out that most stuff pops up, you know, in the middle of the night when you're on your own.
Sure.
So that people can constantly actually message us. Of course, we're not constantly answering immediately, but within the next hours, we're just able to answer. And this is like really a great concept for us that works very well for our clients and for us, because they really feel taken care of.
Yeah.
And most coaches, you know, they're just available at certain times, but we really feel like, okay, no, we're here for you guys. This is what we do. And we also do group programs. It's called Vortex of Love that we do.
I saw that.
For women, exactly, who really want to rise in love and really change their love life and reclaim their power. And we also do, actually, normally when there's not COVID happening, we also do once or twice in a year a live workshop.
We do retreats.
Oh, I miss retreats. I miss them so much.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. Like, it's different. Yeah, it's different.
It's so different. You can, because we also, like, I have a shamanic drum, and we also do healing.
Different.
It's so different because, of course, I can, and we do that still. Like that we have online coaching that I sit behind the screen with my drum.
Yeah, I do that too.
It works.
But it's just different. You know, really touch also to work like healing really on the body. It's just different experience. Also, we can hang out and like drink a wine afterwards, you know, or just I don't know, like eating something together. It's just different because it's more this tribe feeling, of course. But like right now we're very happy like that we have the online world, because it really enables us to work with so many women from so many continents.
Yeah. And so how long is your process typically? How long do people work with you?
Well, mostly like the individual coaching packages, we have an offer for 3 months.
Okay.
And we have an offer for 6 months, because we really, through experience, we really found out that 3 months really is the minimum. Certain things. And
the workshop?
The workshop is
this is 3 days.
6 weeks.
You mean the program?
The program, sorry.
6, that's only 6 weeks.
Okay.
But of course, there are more women. It's always also accelerated.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not that you have, after this you're finished. This is just like kind of a like
starting. It's like a startup.
It's more than enough, you know. Then they pick up so fast, and then they feel like, oh, okay, you know, like now I can take all this, or just process this first. And sometimes then they come back for, okay, now I want some private coaching too. Or they just continue on their own or with somebody else, whatever they want to. But
we also have, for example, the VIP option of this online program, the Vortex of Love, that you can also custom make your own, that you also can hang some private coachings onto it.
Or the support, you know, the constant support by a messenger or whatever. But because the group is very intense, because we really give them a lot of stuff. It's not that they have to do everything, absolutely not. It's like a buffet, and also not everybody wants all the same or needs the same stuff. It's a group thing, but it's very intimate. We take around 8 women, so it's very personal. Like,
you can go very far with that, with those containers. Absolutely.
Most of the facts I really learned through doing that work together with Priska, that when women also with guys when I do work with guys, but also women, when women come together that are supposed to be together.
Yeah. Magic.
The
It's magic.
the power.
It's really magic.
It's magic.
I have been doing that before, also the Vortex of Love in my own other business that I had before, also about female empowerment. And it was just crazy. Like, it was like universe just picked these women from like, I don't know where, and put them together. It was like, they were like soul sisters.
Yeah.
You know, so many
always. That's how it works.
Like one person has this topic, and then everyone's like, oh my God, I never dared to talk about that. I have that too, and I have that too. Just, you can trust life. You know, they really always put the perfect people together. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like my friend would say, the upstairs department always organizes everything so perfectly.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, we do now also next to these things that are really more specific for love and love relationships. We also do healings. You can also buy healings from us. And Priska also does angel messages, angel readings.
So those are available on your websites or on?
Not yet. We are working on the website.
But everybody can always contact us. And then
on Facebook, That's how I
on
met
Facebook,
you guys.
or email, or Instagram, whatever.
We do have a website for the packages and the program. It's called thelovealchemists.com. So there people can find just the general information, but really the healings and the more woo-woo stuff.
It's on the website yet. And we have this the Soulmate Society on Facebook. It's a Facebook group. There you can always like just
I need to join that.
We always did the Monday Love Bomb. We're like moving a bit away from doing it every week, but we're still sharing a lot of content in there. And
Fantastic. Great. Well, thank you so much for for sharing your story and your process and all your teachings. And I hope that more men will also start, doing this work inspired by your story and your work. And so thank you again.
Thank you very much really. For having us.
We'll see each other online.
Yes, we definitely will.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Zarah.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Priska and Bas. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Feel free to contact me through my website, www.zarahwendy.com, for questions or comments, or even inquiries about my one-on-one coaching services and mentorship. I will personally reply to you. See you next week.